Hi everyone, welcome back to Essie Cooks. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make my most favorite delicious lentil stew. This is packed full of flavor. It's honestly the coziest dish. I make this again and again. I actually have two versions. In this one, I made it with mashed potatoes on the side. In my other version, I actually cook the potatoes into it. So if you want the recipe link for the other version, let me know. Okay, so we're going to get a large pot on medium heat. Add 1 to 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Then 3 carrots and 3 stalks of celery diced, and also 1 yellow onion diced. Sorry about my voice right now. I have a little bit of a cold, which is why I wanted to make this. It's the most comforting dish. If you make a double batch, you can freeze it as well, which is so good. Just keep the mashed potatoes uncooked until you're ready. So I'm going to add in that diced up yellow onion as well. We're going to cook that down for about 4, 5, 6 minutes, just until everything is softening and smells really amazing and delicious. And we're going to start once we have everything going. Like, I have a few minutes here while those are cooking. I'm going to dice up my potatoes. So 2 pounds of potatoes. I used Yukon yellow gold ones here. Now I'm going to add in 3 to 4 cloves of minced garlic. Adds lots of flavor into this. Cook that down for a minute or two. Then I'm going to add my spices. Usually I add 1 bay leaf, but I didn't have any this time, so I skipped it. I honestly didn't notice the difference. Let me know in the comments if you can tell when there's a bay leaf in something, yes or no. Then I'm going to add in a teaspoon of dried rosemary, a teaspoon of dried thyme. I feel like those are just classic comforting winter stew flavors. I don't always have this one in the winter, but usually winter and fall is when I like to have this the most. And then just cook those for about 1 minute just to bloom the spices. We're going to add a bunch of other flavor boosters in here. This seems at first like, oh, maybe this won't be flavorful, but it really is. We're going to add 2 to 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. I just had it in the freezer, which is why it looks like that. And then we are going to add 4 cups of vegetable broth. Now, I just use the veg broth concentrate, the organic one from Costco. So good. So I'm just going to add that in and my 4 cups of water. If you are cooking the potatoes in this is kind of where things change a little bit. We need to add more water if we're cooking the potatoes in the stew, but we're not doing that in this version. Now I've got my lentils. I've got 1 cup of dry brown lentils, which I soaked for about 4 hours beforehand. So just remember to do that if you can. Now I'm going to cover my potatoes in a large pot with cold water and plenty of salt and bring that to a boil. Now back to the stew. I'm going to add in a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. Sounds weird, but don't skip it. It makes it taste so good. And then 2 tablespoons of either soy sauce or tamari if you want it gluten-free. Now I know soy sauce is a bit salty, so you can pull back a little bit on the veg broth if you want and just sub some water in if you don't want it too salty. Added in 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. You could use maple syrup or whatever you want. That's another flavor booster. So this is starting to really thicken. I did simmer those lentils for around 20 to 25 minutes. You can check the lentils, make sure they are cooked. Because I soaked them ahead of time, they cooked up pretty well within like 20-25 minutes. And I'm going to make a cornstarch slurry because I want this to be super thick, almost like a gravy. So 3 tablespoons cornstarch, 3 tablespoons cold water. Mix that together and add that directly in as one of the final steps. You just really only need to stir it in for a few minutes and you'll see it start to thicken right away, almost immediately, which is amazing, and it gives it that gorgeous glossy color. It's also gluten-free, so this recipe is very, very, very easily gluten-free. The only thing you have to do is use a tamari instead of soy sauce. That's it. So great gluten-free option for those who are gluten-free as well. Now I'm going to take 1 cup of the cooked mixture and I am going to blend it, and this is going to give it more of that thick, gorgeous gravy kind of consistency, which makes it taste so good on the mashed potatoes. So I'm going to grab that, throw that into the blender, just blend it up, or you could use an immersion blender, whatever, just to do about 1 cup of the mixture. Add it back into the pot, stir it in for a few minutes just so it really gets like extra thick and delicious and gorgeous. So give that a nice stir and you will see this is starting to thicken. I used only 4 cups, like I said, of water and a bit of the veg broth concentrate. So just don't add more than 4. See how it is. If you need to add a little bit more or you want it more soup-like texture, you can play around with that. Okay, next step, back to our delicious mashed potatoes. So I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of soy milk. You could use oat milk or whatever. Just make sure it's not vanilla flavored, just plain unsweetened plant milk. 3 tablespoons of vegan butter in there, or if you're not vegan or you don't want it to be vegan, you can just use milk and butter. A little bit of salt and pepper, of course, in each of these. I didn't add salt to this stew because it just really didn't need it, but taste it and see what you think. And then I'm going to go ahead and mash up those potatoes. I left the skins on because I like them and they're so healthy for you. They have so many nutrients that are not inside the potatoes as well. So if you can and you like them, leave them on. If you don't want them, peel them off, no problem. Now, we are almost finished here. I'm going to just totally turn the heat off of this. And like I said, the stew itself is freezer friendly. Freezing the mashed potatoes, I think they're better fresh, to be honest. But we're going to go ahead and serve that up. A bunch of the mashed potato. Add the delicious lentil stew on top. Oh my goodness, this is so good. I hope you're going to love, love, love this lentil stew as much as I do. I make this one on repeat. I can't believe I didn't film it sooner because it's honestly a staple. You don't need that many ingredients. Usually stuff you already have in the house. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to hit like and subscribe for more like this.